The lawyer's envelope arrived on a Tuesday. Inside was a copy of my parents' updated will, dated 3 months ago, with a note paper-clipped to the front. Thought you should know. They cut you out completely. Everything goes to Nathan now. Sorry, Claire. My brother, Nathan, the golden child, the favorite, who dropped out of college twice, lived rent-free in their basement for 6 years, and never held a job longer than 8 months. He was getting everything. The house is worth $650,000. The retirement accounts, the investments, all of it. Me, the daughter who graduated summa cum laude, became a physician, paid off their mortgage when Dad got sick, covered Mom's surgery last year, $47,000 out of my own pocket. I got nothing. Officially disinherited. I'm Dr. Claire Peterson, 38 years old. My parents just erased me from their will. Didn't tell me, didn't explain, just removed me, like I never existed. The envelope arrived on Tuesday. On Wednesday, my mother called, voice trembling. "Claire, honey, we have a situation. We need to talk. Can you come over? It's urgent." Urgent? After cutting me out of their will 3 months ago and not mentioning it? I gave my inheritance to my unemployed brother, who still plays video games in their basement. Yeah, we needed to talk, but not about what they wanted. Want to know what happens when people who erased you suddenly need you? This is going to be satisfying. Hit that like button if you've ever been the family workhorse. Comment where you're from. What you're about to witness is what happens when the child they used discovers the will before the emergency. Let me paint you a picture of my family. 2 children, 2 completely different lives. Nathan, age 40, dropped out of college twice, different schools, different majors, lived with parents rent-free for 6 years, current job between opportunities, code for unemployed, hobbies, gaming, sleeping, asking parents for money, contributions to the family, existing. Me, age 38, graduated with honors, medical school top 10%, physician specializing in emergency medicine, own home, investments, stable career. Married to Marcus, also a physician. Current status? Financially independent. You'd think my parents would be proud of one child and concerned about the other. You'd be wrong. How they treated Nathan? He's finding himself. He needs support. He's sensitive. He needs more help. Not everyone is meant for traditional success. Gave him free housing, free food, car payments, insurance, and spending money. How they treated me? You're so capable. You don't need our help. You've got your career. You're fine. We know you can handle things. Expected from me? Financial help, emotional labor, constant availability. My financial contributions to my parents over 10 years? Year 1. Dad had health issues. I paid $8,000 for medical bills that insurance didn't cover. Year 3, house needed major repairs, roof, foundation work. I contributed $22,000 just to help out. Year 5, Mom's surgery, experimental treatment. Insurance denied. I paid $47,000, completely out of my pocket. We'll pay you back, they said. They never did. Year 7, property taxes were overdue, risk of foreclosure. I paid $15,000. Emergency loan, they called it. Never saw that money again. Year 9, Dad's car died. They needed reliable transportation. I bought them a used Honda, $18,000. Early Christmas gift. Total contributed $110,000. Meanwhile, Nathan contributed $0. Actually, negative. They supported him. But I was so capable, didn't need appreciation, just needed to keep giving. Last year at Thanksgiving, my mother made an offhand comment. You know, Claire, you're so established, you don't really need an inheritance, but Nathan, he'll need security, something to fall back on. I laughed it off. Surely she was joking. Surely after everything I'd given, they wouldn't actually. They did. 3 months ago, updated their will, cut me entirely. I found out because their lawyer, who I'd worked with when helping them set up their estate, thought I deserved to know. Sent me a copy with that note. Sorry, Claire. One day after receiving the will, my mother called. Claire, we need to talk. Can you come over today? It's important. The timing couldn't be a coincidence. Did they know I knew about the will? Were they planning to tell me? I drove over, rehearsing what I'd say, how I'd react. Both parents were waiting and looking nervous. My father couldn't make eye contact. Thanks for coming, honey, my mother started. We have a situation, a financial situation. We need help. Here we go. What kind of help? My father cleared his throat. The house. We're behind on the reverse mortgage payments. They're threatening foreclosure. We need $60,000 in 30 days or we lose the house. $60,000. After cutting me out of the will. How did this happen? My mother wrung her hands. We've been helping Nathan. He's been struggling and has some debts. We've been covering them, and we fell behind on our payments. We didn't think it would get so serious. How much have you given Nathan? Silence. My father finally answered. Over the past 2 years, probably $80,000. $80,000 to my unemployed brother? At the same time, I paid off their earlier debts, their medical bills, and their emergencies. And now you need $60,000 from me, the child you removed from your will. This is different. This is the house. If we lose it, we're homeless. Then maybe Nathan should help. He's getting a $650,000 house when you die. Surely he can contribute now. Silence. Because we all knew Nathan had nothing and would do nothing. I sat back, looked at them, really looked. These were my parents, people I loved, supported, sacrificed for. And they'd erased me and chosen the child they gave them nothing over the child they gave them everything. I'll give you the $60,000. Their faces lit up with relief. On one condition.
The relief dimmed. What condition? You change the will back to equal, 50-50 between Nathan and me, or I walk away and you lose the house. Claire, my mother looked shocked. That's extortion. No, that's boundaries. You've taken over $100,000 for me over the years. You've given Nathan $80,000. You cut me out of your will while taking my money. Now you want $60,000 more. I'm offering it in exchange for being treated equally in your estate. That's called fairness. My father's face hardened. We made that will decision based on need. Nathan needs that money. You don't. That doesn't change. Fine. Then Nathan can save the house. Oh, wait, he can't because he has nothing, because you've enabled him his entire life while taking me for granted. You're our daughter. You should help us because you love us, not for money. I've helped you for 10 years without asking for anything. I paid medical bills, house repairs, property taxes, bought you a car, never asked to be repaid, and never kept score. Just helped. And you repaid me by removing me from your will. So now, yes, there are conditions. My mother started crying. Please don't do this. Don't make us choose. You already chose. You chose Nathan. I'm just offering you a chance to choose both your children equally. That's all I'm asking. Equal treatment. Split the estate 50-50. What about Nathan's needs? My father demanded. He needs that security. Then give him half. Let him work for the other half, like I worked for everything I have. Stop enabling his failure by rewarding it with my share of the inheritance. I pulled out an envelope, pre-prepared. I've written a check for $60,000. It's dated today. I'll give it to you right now. But first, you call your lawyer. You update the will. 50-50 split. I want documentation before this check changes hands. They stared at the envelope. The money could save their house. This is wrong, my mother whispered. What's wrong is cutting out the child who's been there for you. What's wrong is giving everything to the child who's contributed nothing. I'm fixing that. Or you can refuse and lose the house. Your choice. They called the lawyer, right there, scheduled an appointment for the next day. I went with them, watched as they signed the updated will, 50-50 split, equal inheritance. Only then did I hand over the check. $60,000 to save the house I'd one day inherit half of. Nathan learned of the will change, called me, screaming. You manipulated them. That money was mine. You're rich already. You don't need it. I earned it by being there, by helping, by contributing, something you've never done. They gave me that money. They wanted me to have everything. They gave you $80,000 while they were alive. They can give you half when they're gone. Welcome to equality. He hasn't spoken to me since and moved out of the basement, finally, to live with his girlfriend. My parents are devastated. He's so hurt. You've damaged our relationship with him. I've required equal treatment. If that damages your relationship with Nathan, that's because your relationship was built on enabling him and using me. 6 months later, Thanksgiving dinner. Awkward doesn't begin to describe it. Nathan wasn't there, still too hurt to attend family events. My parents tried to act normally, grateful I'd saved the house, but resentful I'd demanded equal treatment. My mother finally addressed it. We never meant to hurt you with the will. We just thought Nathan needs it more. Need isn't the only thing that matters. Contribution matters. Love matters. Appreciation matters. I gave you $110,000 over 10 years. You repaid that by erasing me. That hurt more than any money. We should have told you. You should have valued me. The money is secondary. The message you sent, that Nathan's needs matter more than my contributions, that's what destroyed my trust. My father, we're grateful for everything you've done. Are you? Because gratitude would have meant including me in your will. Gratitude would have meant equal treatment. Instead, you had to extort basic fairness from me. The dinner ended early, strained, uncomfortable. We see them occasionally now, holidays, birthdays, but it's different, distant. The trust is broken. They're alive and housed because of me, but they resent the conditions I required, want unconditional support while giving conditional love. That was 18 months ago. My parents still live in their house because I paid $60,000 to save it. Nathan is still not speaking to me and is living with his girlfriend, still unemployed, still bitter that he didn't get a $650,000 inheritance for doing nothing. My parents and I have a relationship, but it's conditional now. I help when asked, but I don't volunteer, don't go above and beyond, don't sacrifice without boundaries. They wanted the daughter who gave everything and asked nothing. They got the daughter who gives fairly and requires equal treatment. Last month, my father's health declined again. My mother called. We might need help with medical costs. Your father needs treatment. How much? 20,000, maybe more. What's Nathan contributing? Silence. I'll match whatever Nathan gives, dollar for dollar. He's inheriting half, he can contribute half. He doesn't have any money. Then I guess Dad gets whatever Nathan provides, or you liquidate some assets, or you ask Nathan to get a job and contribute. But I'm done being the only child who gives. I don't know if that makes me cruel or fair. I just know I won't be erased again. I'm Dr. Claire Peterson. For 10 years, I gave my parents $110,000, paid their bills, saved their house, covered their medical costs. They repaid me by cutting me out of their will, gave everything to my unemployed brother. When they needed $60,000 to avoid foreclosure, I made them change the will first, 50-50, equal treatment. They resent me for it. My brother won't speak to me. The extended family think I'm greedy. But I sleep well, in my own house that I paid for with the money I earned. Hit subscribe if equal treatment isn't too much to ask. Smash like if boundaries with family are necessary. Remember, generosity without appreciation becomes exploitation. Financial help without respect becomes an obligation. And children who give everything often receive nothing, unless they require better. My parents cut me out of their will. I bought my way back in with $60,000, and boundaries they'll never forgive me for. Was it worth it? Every penny. Not for the money, for the principle. I deserve equal treatment, so I demanded it, and I got it. Conditional help for conditional love. Fair trade.